Okay, so before anybody, well, actually, let's start with this. X-Files, right? So X is the old Phoenician symbol for Saturn, and then besides X is the four sides of the square, which represents the cube, and here's your circle. So there's your Masonic square and circle and all that stuff. But this show does tell the truth. So before anybody does not writes us off as Hollywood nonsense, I would like to show you a proven fact. Okay? Here is a show called The Lone Gunman, which is about the fictional characters from the X-Files. It was a spin-off of the X-Files, and I'll put this below if you haven't seen it, but 9/11 was indeed predicted on this television show in this episode, which aired March 4th, 2001. If you haven't seen it, I'll put it below. It literally does say 6 months before it happened that terrorists are going to hijack airplanes and crash them in to the World Trade Center. So 100% fact that this show is associated with telling the truth. Okay? Now here's what's interesting. They brought the show back after like 15 years, which there's a fun number anyway, but we'll leave that alone for now. So the show just aired the first episode, season 10, just aired January 24th, 2016. Okay, now this conversation, I wanted to just show it to you, but 20th Century Fox does not. Some companies seem to be harder on copyright strikes than others, and 20th Century Fox, that company don't mess around. So I'm just going to read you a conversation that takes place on this show, and what's funny, it's by this character that goes on this monologue named O'Malley, which is actually created and it's based off Alex Jones and Glenn Beck. Okay, so he's like this conspiracy theorist guy who's onto the government and this and that, and he's basically sitting down and he's telling Fox Mulder and Dana Scully, the two main characters of the show who are FBI agents, what's going on with the government. Okay, so, and I don't do this stuff very lightly whenever I say warning, warning, alert, alert. I don't do that stuff, and anybody, every once in a while, but I don't, and I've been wrong, of course, but I'm telling you right now, we have officially been warned. Officially been warned. And if you didn't catch it, that's your fault. And it's not like you need to see this episode to know what's going to happen. They laid everything out, what's going on. And in fact, my wife, I had it on and she wasn't really paying attention. She was doing her own thing. This dude goes on this monologue and she goes, "That is sick." Because it is. Okay, so let's get right to it. So here's Alex Jones, right? And I know that you can't, Alex Jones and Glenn Beck bought and paid for and this and that, but I'm just listen, okay, sorry. But it's not hard to imagine a government hiding, hoarding alien technology for 70 years at the expense of human life and the future of the planet. Driven not only by corporate greed, but a darker objective, the takeover America, and then the world itself by any means necessary, however violent or cruel or efficient. By severe drought, brought on by weather wars conducted secretly using aerial contaminants and high-altitude electromagnetic waves, in a state of perpetual war to create problem-reaction-solution scenarios to distract, enrage, and enslave American citizens at home with tools like the Patriot Act and the National Defense Authorization Act, which abridged the Constitution in the name of national security. The militarization of police forces in the cities across the U.S. The building of prison camps by the Federal Emergency Management Agency with no stated purpose. The corporate takeover of food and agricultural, pharmaceuticals and healthcare, even the military, and clandestine agendas to fatten, dull, sicken, and control a populace already consumed by consumerism. And see, the whole time while this is all going on, they're showing images of all this stuff, real video. And right here is George W. Bush, where he comes out in a press conference or whatever, and this is from George W. Bush's mouth. I encourage you all to go shopping more. Okay, continuing on. A government that taps your phone, collects your data, and monitors your whereabouts with impunity. A government preparing to use that data against you when it strikes and the final takeover begins. The takeover of America by a well-oiled and well-armed multinational group of elites that will cull, kill, and subjugate, happening as we sit here. You can, I believe right now it's on Xbox Live for free. And if you could see it, it's amazing. And when they show all these real video clips of why this guy, while this guy's talking, showing all this real footage of all this stuff going down. It's unbelievable. So, oh, let me continue. Sorry, because I forgot. The other shoe is waiting to drop. It'll probably start on a Friday. The banks will announce a security action necessitating their computers to go offline all weekend. Digital money will disappear. And this other lady sitting in, she says they can just steal your money. And he said, followed by a detonation of strategic electromagnetic pulse bombs to knock out major power grids, what will seem like an attack on America by terrorists or Russia. Or a simulated alien invasion using alien replica vehicles that exist and are already in use, an alien invasion of the U.S. I mean, it's mind-blowing. So when you go back to 2001 and you see that episode of The Lone Gunman that predicted 9/11, it's kind of hard not to take this stuff seriously when when it doesn't even matter, when all this stuff this guy is saying, you see real footage of this stuff happening, and we know this stuff anyway. It's the truth from top to bottom about what's taking place around us all day long. It's pretty cussing unbelievable. So in my opinion, will it happen in 6 months like they predicted last time? I don't know. I really don't know. But I can tell you what, it sounds like this show was telling anybody who had a set of ears to hear and a set of eyes to see that you've been warned. Thank you to my subscribers.